game week. Week one, your QB1. Kind of, what's the feeling like for you right now this week?
It feels good, but I don't think it really feels any different than it did last year. I feel like I'm doing the same things that I was doing last year to help myself get ready for the game. I feel like we have a really confident group this year, and, that really helps me stay confident as well.
What are some adjustments you guys have to make, coming off fall camp and getting ready for game prep? What are some changes that you guys have to make as a team?
I would just say, keeping guys healthy, and, our focus kind of changes from playing against our own guys to focusing on a different opponent. And I feel like that just kind of changes our mindset from going, playing against our own guys to focusing on the team that we're going to play next.
We'll start the season at home against a team you guys have never played before. Does it make it a little bit sweeter?
I think it does, especially since it's the first game. I think we all are really chomping at the bit to play, for sure.
Coach talked about you're going to try and do a full pads workout this week instead of just half pads. Does that kind of help to focus you more for Saturday?
I think it definitely does. We got to stay sharp, and I feel like the only way that we can do that is by going full pads. I'm a big believer in iron sharpens iron, and we're going to have to go against our defense this week, and I think it only makes us better going against the best defense in the country.
What are you guys looking to kind of prepare for against Drake?
We're really not too focused on them. We're just going to stick with what we do best, and just playing our style of football, and that's just we're going to run it down. We're going to run it down your throat, basically. So yeah.
How nice is it having you got like a healthy now stable of running backs to do that?
It feels good. Last year we were kind of beat up. We didn't have Dom. We didn't have some of our running backs, Bussy. So just to have them all healthy is huge. It's obviously a confidence booster for me as well.
We're going to see a 2 QB system like the Quincy thing, or are you going to be catching passes out there, or what do you got planned for us?
We'll see. I don't know yet. I haven't talked to Coach Roll about that, so we'll see.
You guys don't go in the transfer portal like these other teams do. Is that important to you?
I think it's very important. We try to keep the guys that want to be here, and when we do go into the portal, we get the right people. I do feel like because the last thing we want to do is jeopardize the culture that we've established here so far, and we just don't want to do anything to change that.
Is that important for morale, or the same guys are there every
For
year
sure,
almost?
yeah. I think that's a big deal too in the locker room. You're seeing the same faces each and every year, so then you can build kind of that trust and relationship with those guys that are there.
You guys didn't have Christian, obviously, a lot at the end of last year, but does that make it a little easier for you this year because you're kind of adjusting to not having him anymore at all?
Obviously, it's a big loss for us. He's such a dynamic player on our offense. But, yes, I do feel like last year as a quarterback, you felt like you always kind of had to feed him the ball, and the rest of the guys were kind of just secondary, Now we have a group filled with talent, and it's going to be really tough to get everyone the ball too.
Who's going to be the guy?
I don't know yet. I feel like it's going to take a few games for me to really figure out who that guy is, and I've definitely mentioned to that room that we're going to need somebody to step up and be that guy that we count on third down or in a big situation.
Does it have to be one guy?
No, it could be three. If it's more than three, that's great. That's great.
What's it been like for you, as being in that position now where you can go to these position groups and be like, all right, you guys need to figure things out, sort things out. For you to be in that position now as QB1 for game prep week, what's this process been like for you?
It's been a lot better. I feel like I have more say in what goes on, and I feel like these guys trust me and respect me, so they'll listen to my advice. As last year I hadn't really done much until the end of the season, so just to have earned their trust, I think is a huge factor in playing quarterback here.
The captains have been named. What are your thoughts on the selections?
I feel like everyone that was named a captain definitely deserves to be on that list for sure, and I feel like these underclassmen really look up to those guys for sure.